Hi, it's Jo here from Cotton and Fluff, and this is Maddie. Maddie had an appointment at the vet's this week for her booster, and she had a bit of a grumble, didn't you? Wasn't that happy? No. And then she's had a bit of an upset tummy, so I'm thinking it might be down to having the her booster injections and her kennel cough, up the nose. But she's fine. Yeah, so you came out with me today, didn't you? So this week has been an odd week, really, because I decided that I wanted to make another Charlie dress, which is from Hubbading. The Hubbading patterns are so beginner friendly, I feel, and you can understand the patterns and what you need to be doing, and the instructions are good as well. So this is the Charlie dress that I have made before, and it's turned out really well. Been ever so pleased with it. But I thought, no, I'm going to chop it up a little bit. And I had some fabric that I liked. And then I thought, I don't know if it's too much all in the same floral ditzy fabric. So I thought, oh, I know, I'll do a different patterned bodice. So it sort of matches, like a sort of patchwork type thing. So that was my idea. That was my plan. I would have liked to have done a patchwork skirt using the two fabrics, but I'm not really sure how to do that, and that's something else I need to learn. A simple pattern, because you've just got the skirt, which is just a completely square was it rectangle, I think it is, and you have two of those. And you cut those both on the fold, and that basically is your skirt. And then you've got your bodice, you've got your front and your back bodice, and then you've got the sleeves, and also bits of interfacing inside the neck on the collar. So it was all going really well until I decided that it needed something else. I wanted to try and tie in the fabric colour from the bodice into the skirt. So I've got an embroidery machine, and I thought, oh, it'd be quite nice to do an applique heart or a bow or a flower on the skirt. Anyway, so I went through my embroidery files and I found quite a nice bow. It's a Kinley bow. I thought, I'm going to have a go with that one. That would look quite nice. It takes a little while to finish, about 45 minutes I think it took. So I set the machine up, and what I did is I did the embroidery before I put the skirt together. So I just did it on the skirt and just worked out visually, right, I want it there. So I think it's going to be sort of quite low down at the front. So I got it all sorted in the hoop, and off it went, no problem. Did the applique, and then it finished, and I thought, oh, that's great. This dress is going to look amazing. Took it out, and I went to take the hoop off. Could get the top off, and I couldn't get the bottom hoop off, and I thought, what's happened? And what I'd done was, when I was embroidering the skirt, and it had got caught underneath, some of the other fabric had folded underneath that piece that I was embroidering on top of, so it had embroidered through basically 3 layers. So it had gone through the fabric that I wanted it done, and then the 2 layers that had folded underneath. Oh, I was so fed up. And I knew I didn't have enough fabric to replace that part of the skirt. Oh, so anyway, I took my unpicker indoors, and it took me a long time because it's embroidered and it was applique. So it's got quite a lot of layers in it. So it did take me a long time, because also I didn't want to damage the fabric underneath. I didn't want to go a bit too gun-ho with the unpicker. So I did unpick it all, and then I held it up and I had to look to see where it was. And I thought, right, that's fine. I'll do a slightly larger bow on top. And I thought, yeah, that would work. And then I noticed this other patch higher up. And of course, that's the piece that had gone underneath that I'd had to unpick as well. So that, you could see the little dots from the embroidery. Oh no, I could have just left it, but everyone would, I don't know whether people would have noticed. But anyway, I thought, well, I'm just going to have to put another bow on there, applique. So it's just a smaller Kinley bow coming up the skirt a little bit further. You will I think I'll be putting the pictures up here so you can see the dress and you can see. But anyway, I finished it, did the sleeves, did everything, hemmed it, and I thought, oh, I don't know whether I like it. I've fallen out of love with it. Is it because it didn't go to plan and it made me cross? I feel a little bit Little House on the Prairie, as if I should go skipping along and maybe go and get my sheep. You know, it's Little Bo Peep. I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you think? And would you wear it? You'll probably say, no, we wouldn't. But anyway, so this is I'm going to show you a short video of what I was doing. And you'll see the embroidery taking place. Now, the embroidery you see is the first attempt. So underneath that, where it's embroidering, is the other bit of the material. So it's all going really well. It looks great. So I did actually video that. So, but that is all what you see has all been unpicked, and there is a new bow on there, much bigger. So anyway, that's that. So I'm going to show you that in a moment, how I got on with the dress. But I must say, it isn't a fault of the dress pattern or Hubbading. It's my fault. I wasn't concentrating, possibly going too fast. Maybe I thought because I've done this pattern a few times now, I can just do it. I just wasn't. I was rushing. I was rushing around, and I should have really taken a step back and just gone through it nice and gently, step by step. But no, I didn't. But I've learned now to always make sure when I'm embroidering, my fabric is out. Make sure, the other thing I've always picked up with patterns is the marks for the notches. Don't use the heat erasable pen, because when you iron it, they'll be gone. Sometimes I do, when there's a notch on a pattern, sometimes I'll cut it up into a point, or sometimes I will do a slit in the fabric, just a little bit, so I can see where that is, but it isn't going to, it'll be tucked away in the seam allowance when it's sewn up. So like, for example, here on this one, this is going, you see I've got the notches here, there's one here. This is actually the Erin dungarees I've just cut out, and it's in a really nice cord. I think it's lovely anyway. I think it's really pretty. It wouldn't have been expensive because I'm not at that stage of buying lovely fabric, but I do think this is lovely fabric. So the reason I've got that all cut out and ready, that is for me to take to the Southern Social on Sunday this week. Yeah, Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to that, seeing everybody, seeing Sam, Sequin Girly, and everybody else. So I'm going to take that along as well. And I was thinking about taking some of my doll's clothes and do some more of those. I need to do some more boy style, like dungarees in the blues. I packaged up one of the bunnies this weekend. Sorry, no, it was Thursday, yesterday, day before. Anyway, I packaged him all up, and he was going off to, somebody's just had a baby, a little boy, and they wanted him to sit on the shelf in the nursery. So he looked lovely, and he was always sat up in his box and really lovely. I miss them when they've gone, I think, because they take quite a long time to make, and then their personality comes out when you embroider their faces, and then when you're doing their clothes and whatever. So yeah, so he's gone. So I do at some point need to make another one, but I think it would be too much to organise to take everything. I don't know. I might take some dresses in case this goes wrong, because I have all day at the Southern Social, but obviously you're chatting, so you're not on your own in your sewing room or sewing space to crack on with things. So we'll see. It just depends. I think that is pretty much it for this week. Basically, it's just been doing this Charlie dress. And the photos I took, but when we had the lovely sunshine. We haven't got any sunshine today. I think the weekend's supposed to be dry and warm, hopefully. I'm going to the Stitch Festival. Really looking forward to that. I'm going to be helping out Paige Joanna on her stand, which is Podgkins. She makes Podgkins dolls, and she's got a stand there this year for the first time, and she's got so many lovely things to go on her stall, and I'm going to go along and give her a hand just for a couple of hours on Friday. Pop along and just give her a hand out, because I think it gets quite busy sort of around lunchtime and whatever. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that, going up on the train. Mind you, because it's not at the NEC, it's in the Business Design Centre in London, it's really awkward to get to. Well, I think it is. It's because I don't really like trains, because I can never understand what trains which at this train station. So I've got to get one from, I was going to get a train from Oxford, but if anybody knows, the train station is inaccessible from one way because they've had to close the Botley Road, which goes under the bridge, which is where the station is, and that's not going to be open until next year. So it's really difficult to get to. But then I was looking at the timetables, and I can actually pick up a train from Radley, which is the village that I live in. It's a little tiny, I don't know whether it's, you put your hand out to stop it, I don't know. So I do need to buy my tickets, but I'm going to go from there. And then when I get off at Paddington, I need to get 2 tubes, which will be fun, but I'll work it out properly before I go. So yeah, so that would be nice. Trying to think what else has happened. We'll show you the Erin dungarees when they're finished. I really wanted a pair that were like the transitional, the spring ones, between sort of winter going into spring and whatever, because it's awkward, the weather, it's getting milder now. It's been really cold, hasn't it? So yeah, I wanted something that was sort of in between, so that's why I'm doing another pair of the Erin dungarees, which I love. And if you haven't got their pattern, buy it. It's the Tilly and the Buttons Erin dungarees, which are, yeah, excuse my scruffy pattern, there we go, Tilly and the Buttons, and her patterns are absolutely fab, really great. So there we go. I will now pop you on and you can have a look at this video now that I've put together of me doing the Charlie dress. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.
Someone got a lot to learn.